Hi, welcome to Sensei Farms. I'm Sonia, your host for today, and we are going to be making some delicious smacked cucumbers, one of my favorite recipes, and we're going to make a spicy version and a non-spicy version. And these are also great if you've had a bad day and you need to get some tension out because you are smacking those cucumbers. It's all very stress relieving. So we're going to start with some of our mini cucumbers, which are absolutely delicious. They're very tender, and I'm just going to cut the ends off, 4 or 5 of these. Now watch this carefully because this is the fun part coming right up where we get to smack them with a knife. And then because I have really, really little hands, it says to tear the cucumbers apart, but my hands are not capable of doing that, so I will be chopping them, but we will be smacking them. Here goes. Ah! See, this is excellent therapy. So I'm going to just roughly chop these. And they don't have to be really, really small. You want to roughly chop them. And then we're going to take a teaspoon of salt. Now, if you're using sea salt, which I am here on our beautiful island of Lanai, the sea salt can be really, really salty. So just watch as you go. So we've sprinkled the sea salt on there, and I'm just going to give these a quick toss. Put my hand over so they don't overflow the bowl. And you want to let these rest for about 30 minutes. You can do it for less, but you kind of want them to really absorb that salt and get a little bit wilted, and they'll have a wonderful texture, almost between a pickle and a fresh cucumber. And I love to serve them like this. So I'm going to bring on some that I made earlier. So here's some that I had salted before we started, and you're going to see that there's a little bit of juice that comes out of this. So you really, really want to squeeze that down. I use my hands, of course. Best tools ever. And the longer you let them actually salt down and brine, the more juice you're going to get out. But you don't want it to be too salty. This is really more like a quick pickle. But you'll see how much moisture came out of these. But the brine really brought out quite a lot of juice, right? So we'll put that over here, get that out of the way. Now, we're going to start making the sauce for the cucumbers, which is one of my favorite sauces in the world. You can leave out the chili oil if you don't want it to be so spicy. You can add in some more ginger if you want the flavor to come from the ginger, or if you want the kind of the spice of a spring onion, for example, as opposed to from the actual chili oil. I really like it quite spicy. I'm Korean, it's the law. So now I'm going to start to assemble the sauce. And I'm going to start with my smaller quantity ingredients first. So sesame oil, about a half a teaspoon. If you like sesame oil, you can do a little bit more. And a couple of teaspoons of the chili oil. Again, I'm making the spicy version. You don't have to use this, but I really like it quite spicy. So about 1.5 teaspoons right there. Great. Okay. And then we're going to take the tablespoon measure, and I'm going to add in couple of tablespoons of rice vinegar and a tablespoon of soy. That'll add some lovely umami and give us some beautiful color. So now I'm going to whisk in just a teaspoon of sugar and a couple of cloves of minced garlic. Gosh, life is always better with garlic. So just whisking that up, just until the sugar is dissolved, and the rice vinegar will take care of that. So here we go. I'm now going to pour it over our cucumbers. And remember, these cucumbers have been drained, so they have less moisture, and they're going to absorb lots of this lovely sauce. So I'm just going to quickly toss the cucumbers in the sauce. Yay! Yum, yum. Oh, I can see that sauce at the bottom. Now what I'm going to do, so just as a garnish, but also because it adds that little extra bit of flavor, I'm going to do a couple of really thin slices of ginger. And then we're going to cut these up into very, very, very thin slivers. Very pretty, but also adding that lovely ginger flavor to it all. All right? So I'm going to plate these. I'll be right back. You can see that that oil is really, and the soy sauce is really giving those cucumbers a beautiful color. Okay, there we go. It's probably a lot more than you would get, but you know, in my household, you were never knowingly underfed. So just going to sprinkle a little bit of that ginger on there. And then this is some beautiful fresh cilantro that we also picked from the farm this morning. I'm just going to pick a few leaves off of there and just garnish. And enjoy.